All right, yo, what it do? It's my story tonight. It's my story. You already know who it is. And the question is, what were your favorite things to eat? Are there any smells, flavors, sounds, songs, etc. that bring back memories of your childhood? And I was thinking that I grew up in Chester, you know what I mean, right outside of Philadelphia. So that was that's where I started, you know what I mean, where I started. So um, even now, no matter where I've been all over the world, my favorite thing to eat is hoagies and then cheesesteaks. But then things that remind me of my childhood is like summers in Chester where you have like pretzels, the fat pretzels, not the one that when we get out of when I started traveling all the world and I was telling people that, yo, I like pretzels, and they give me like these little tiny pretzels that you like break. I was like, nah. Like the fat doughy pretzels that you dip in mustard or cheese. And then Italian ices, water ice, and 25-cent juice, tasty cakes, the pizzas. I used to go to the corner and you can get like some chicken strips and some cheese fries for like $5. Just the whole ambiance, you know what I mean? In Chester, period, you know what I mean? I was thinking about the smell and the like. It's not like a smell, but like the air's like thicker, you know what I mean? And just everywhere I go, like, you know what I mean? In Jersey, because now I was living in Jersey, and before we moved out to Jersey, I remember that my father used to always want to take me and go fishing. So no matter where we travel, he'd find some way and ask me if I wanted to go fishing, and he would wake me up. Even as like a little boy, like they show pictures of me like a baby. He would take me to Atlantic City and we would fish off the boardwalk, and so I remember like always he like wake me up early, like, damn, it's like, come on, man, let's go, and you know what I mean? Like, oh man, it's early, but I had a good time. It was, you know what I mean? You know, it was weird because I know that, okay, so my dad really wanted to be a dad to me, you know what I mean? Like, I know my dad was really fond of being able to have a son, you know what I mean? So there's times when my dad was like really like, he really tried to put the father part into it. And those were one of those times like, yeah, he would just take me to go fishing. Then when we went to Utah, he would take me to go fishing again. Also, when I was little, and my dad, when I was little, there wasn't, okay, so my dad's like into this, so my dad's pro-black, and my dad does not feel that, he really appreciates to see black people in spaces where they're not supposed to be. You know what I mean? I think that's why we're going to places like Utah and Alaska and stuff, because my dad appreciates black people in spaces that you don't expect them to be in. And when we're in Utah, Rodney Peete, he's a professional golfer, and he became the champion golfer at the time. This is before Tiger Woods, like, and he was a black golfer. He was pretty good, and my dad fell in love with that, you know what I mean? And my dad would go golfing all the time. So so automatically, now that my dad has become a golfer, I automatically have become his caddy, you know what I mean? So like he would take me, really, I didn't even get into golfing. He really didn't take me to go golfing till maybe until I got like a teenager. But as a kid, I was just his caddy, you know what I mean? I would put all his balls, I would grab all his clubs, and I would carry his bag, or they'd give me the wheel. The cool thing about it was my dad would take me to these places, and these were also to him father and son time. You know what I mean? Because I'm being around adult men. You know what I mean? Because he's bringing like friends. He's doing golfing with his friends or like colleagues and stuff like that. So I'm in business meetings and stuff. I'm just sitting around, and everyone's cool with me. You know what I mean? The adults, they like, hey, little Lonnie. You know what I mean? Like, it's because everyone likes my father, I automatically get a pass. You know what I mean? Plus, I'm charming too, but my dad, even at that time, was like Mr. Charming. You know what I mean? So I got the pass, and so I get to hang out and just do things that other people, kids, would not be doing. You know what I mean? And I'm marking down. He would get mad at me because I didn't understand all this stuff. I don't know. He's talking all this weird stuff like bogeys and stuff. When I was a kid, I didn't understand all this. Like, mark it down. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And it was crazy. Also, that my father, I don't think that he really understood that I was a kid. You know what I mean? Because he's feeling that he's talking to me, so I should be understanding like an adult. You know what I mean? So he would say things to me. If I didn't get it, he was like, "What the hell is going on with you?" Oh God! And he was so violent, so it was like scary too. You know what I mean? Just how much like he's just like, you know what I mean? But that was part of it. That he would take me there. Another thing was he would take me when he hangs out with his I don't even, this is all that reminds me of my childhood. He would take me to. He was a Freemason, so I got to hang out. I didn't get to go to the meetings, but I got to hang out with all the fellas when it's time to like hang out. And also like, I feel it could be different, but there's black Freemasons, there's white Freemasons, and like my dad would like really be friends with the Freemasons, and then they would like, yo, I got a son too. I hang out with son. I would hang out with the Freemasons, so I have a lot of friends that are sons of Freemasons. So they should be having a group like of us like that too. Well, before I get off, was another thing I wanted to remember was a time that changed my life. I was in Utah, and my dad had an Eldorado. We were still niggas everywhere we went, just all the time, and my dad befriended this black guy. Well, I had a friend in school named Ralphie, and I brought him home, and then their parents met my parents. My parents, Ralphie's parents his dad was black, his mom was white, but they met my parents and they just hit it off, and they was like always kicking it and just loving, having a great time, and it was cool because he was my best friend. And one time we were driving from somewhere.